So hello everyone, today I'm solving KickStart round H and I'm getting 120 rank. So actually, so today I woke up. So in India this is start at 8:30. I woke up at 8:40, like 10 minutes late. Okay, but I managed a good rank of 120. I can't able to solve the fourth problem, that is level design, and it is kind of good problem. It is giving me DLE and both program are good. Yeah, and in India I'm getting in top 50 around 43, 45. Yeah. Okay, so let's see the problems. Hmm. So this is the problem. So this is a so ADA has decided that this year she will take part in the annual marathon and take place in her city. Okay. Want to focus only on running, so she decided to use a machine. Okay. So what we are given is that uh, this is kind of track, we can say that. Okay, so this is kind of a simple problem, you can say. You don't need to do anything. So this is a track, and let's say what is the name of the girl? Ada. Let's say she start running from here at the initial point, and now she completed one round. Now after completing one round, she stops here. Okay, now see, after some time, see, after taking break, she start running after that. Okay, now if okay, now what I'm doing is, when the lap is completed, what I'm trying to do is, I want to make so take a lap, so I will increase the lap, and I also take the distance, that is how much distance he's covered from the starting point. Okay, so for each count, for each like what are they, for the point that how much is running and in this direction. So so I'm saying that, okay, I'm just taking that this is the distance I have, and this is the total distance that will I store in the distance. Okay, now after some time, when the C resume running, I will see that if C start in this direction or in this direction. Okay, if C start in this direction, let's say in this direction, so let's say in this direction he's saying that he's running 5 kilometer or 10 kilometer. So the total kilometer he will run will be, I will make the so total distance I will gonna make is the distance, this already covered distance, plus if this is in same direction, that is now it is running maybe 5 or something else. Okay, okay, this is if it is running in same direction. Let's say it is C is not running in the same direction, and C is running in opposite direction. First of all, what I want to see is, if the distance is smaller than this distance, maybe like C is not able to reach to the starting point. Okay, it started from here. Let me raise it so we can have. So this is the second case. So now what I will say is that it C is now running the opposite side. Okay, if C is running the opposite side, let me confirm that C reached the this point or not. If the current, the like C will running the some distance D in the opposite direction, so first of all I will see that if it is uh, uh, greater than this or smaller than. So if it is smaller than this one, so I am saying that the C will gonna stop at some point here. If it is smaller, then it will run smaller than the already required distance. Okay, now from here, and I can say that the machine that is at the starting point. Okay, see, the direction of that machine uh, is not changed. Okay, so now we will say the, and I'm also storing up direction. that is what is anti-clockwise or clockwise, something else too. So it will change when c will gonna cross this starting line. So first point is, if it is in the opposite direction, start running in the opposite direction, so let me see if it don't, if gonna cross, then I will change the direction and the distance also according to that. And if it is not changing, though I'm not changing the direction, okay, if it is not able to reach the starting point, okay, that's what I want to do. Same thing. Okay, so we have to best take care if, like, when the direction will change or when the direction will not change. This kind of simple problem. Okay, let's see the solution. Hope you understand this, the concept. Okay, what is, okay, so this is my solution. Hmm. Okay, we are not able to. Is small solution, it is a kind of small solution. So I'm just taking the length and the number of the take breaks is given. So I'm just taking the direction c, that is nothing to do with this because the distance is 0. Okay, so first of all, nothing to do with this. Now for each time, what is the length he covered and what is the direction. If I'm saying the direction is not equal, and if distance is greater than, if distance is greater than, that means c will, like, this is the distance that c already finished in the last break. Okay, now I'm saying that c is in the opposite direction, and c is gonna have a distance more than that. So if have a distance more than that, so I'm gonna count from here, starting from here. Okay, so first I have to subtract this distance up to here. Okay, now that's why I'm doing. So if it is greater, I'm going to subtract this distance. And okay, sorry, if this is greater, length is smaller, if length is smaller, sorry, if length is smaller, so I'm not doing anything. If length, wait a minute. Okay, so this is the starting point. I'm just trailing in the previous break, I'm just up to finish up to here. Now I'm trailing in the backward direction or in the reverse direction, in the opposite direction. So let's say his distance is smaller than that, so he will gonna stop at this point. So if this point, so I will make the new direction this, the new distance will be this one. This is the distance, and not changing the direction of the machine. Okay, because she not able to reach this point. When she reach this point, then machine will gonna change the direction. That's what I'm going to do. And if it's greater than, if it is greater than, that means she already crossed the line. So when machine start counting, when she step up here, then we'll say, "Oh, okay, now she's running to this side." When she gonna complete another round, then we have to count the lap. Okay, so what we need to do, I need to subtract this distance. So I'm just starting counting from here when she reached here. So that's it, I am just subtracting the distance and changing the direction. If it is in same direction, let's say if we, in the previous round, I just drop out here, and okay, in the previous, like, see, I'm starting here and I'm stop here. Now in the next round also I'm starting from in the same direction, so I'm just starting counting. So this distance will be added to this. Okay, so distance will be added to this. Now I'm just taking the lap, that is the total distance I've traveled. So I kind of want to I just need to travel distance from this point, from the starting point, that I want to know. Okay, if it is same direction, the this distance will gonna add up. If it is in opposite direction, this is going distance will gonna subtract up. That what I am doing. So I'm just taking the distance, how many lap I can do in the following distance. Okay, and then the remainder, how much I'm gonna finish. Like, I'm not able to make the round, complete round. So how, where the point I'm gonna end up, that is the remainder. Okay, that I am going to do that, and I'm just returning the lab. This is the solution. Really, yeah, good. Not a type of problem. Okay, so second problem. So this is the second problem. Magic wall of lilies. Okay, so this is a type of interesting DP problem. Yeah, you can say that it is a type of DP, simple DP problem. So what is given that? Okay, and so we are just given that if we throw one coin in the well, this is a kind of magic well. So it will gonna, I have a bucket. Okay, it will gonna put one lily in my bucket. If okay, one lily in my bucket. If I throw four coin, he will gonna take me a note. How many um, total lilies in my bucket? Okay, total lilies. Now after that, first of all, the take note is zero. Okay, how many? So note is zero. So note count is zero. So when I throw the four, so it will gonna make changes to the note. How many total lilies in the bucket? So when I'm just throwing two coins, so it will gonna throw up how many different lilies in my, how many lilies in this, in the node it will gonna throw in the bucket. So it's kind of a DP problem. What I'm saying is that, so I'm can be started like, I have, and I have to make L lilies. Okay, now I have like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So what I'm doing is that I'm starting from 2, I'm starting from 1. Let's say I have 1, so I'm throwing the one stone, so I'm getting the one lily in my bucket. Now what I'm doing is I just trying to make it double. So in what is doing in the so in the node and throwing the two coins simultaneously at once. So what it will gonna do is, when we throw four, so it will gonna count how many total lilies in my bucket. Okay, let's say up to here I have five lilies, that is I lily, I'm on I lily. Okay, now when I throw two, it will gonna increase by I. So my lily will gonna increase by I, that is by total lily in my bucket at the time I take the note. So if I'm throw two, so it will gonna increase two, so sorry sir, it will gonna increase my lily by one. So in the DP I'm storing how many coins I need, minimum coins I require to make to the ith lily. That why that what I'm storing in the DP. Okay, so simple thing I'm just doing. Okay, from here I'm just taking, okay, now from here I'm just want to continue how many how many, like I'm taking the what I'm at I position. Okay, let's say I'm at one position. What I'm gonna do, first of all, from what I can how can I achieve ith lily, I lily, let's say I'm at this lily. So by throwing one, that will be in how many ways, DP of let's say 5, that will be is equal to how many ways I can DP of 4 plus getting throwing by 1. So I will get 1 lily, that much, that is DP of 5. Or somehow, let's say I'm just starting from 2 and in increasing by 2. Okay, let's say in uh, so this is the first way, by throwing the one and getting how many ways the last lily can be taken, the n minus 1 lily can be taken in how many coins. Or by using the six coin. So first of all I need to take the note, so count will be 4 coin. And after that, by taking two coin, so I'm at 1, I have at 1 lily, so I need to double the lily plus I. So let's say I'm at I lily. Then second time it will be 2 I lily. So coin required will be uh, here will be by dp of 2I will be is equal to dp of I, in how many I will get I plus 4 for the node and 2, then 3I, that will be is equal to dp of 3I will be dp of 2I plus 2, then 2 plus 2 into, then 4I, that will be plus 4 plus 6 plus 7. That why I want to know. So time complex, so you can see that for each I I'm gonna make to I, then one I will increase. If I am just taking 6 6, then one that will be plus 2 2 2. Then I'm at 2, I'm just come at 2, then I'm making the plus 2, then plus 2, then plus 2. Similarly, when I come to 3, then I'm making plus 3 at this point, then plus 3, then plus 3. So if you see the total complexity will be how many times you are just run, then n by 1 plus n by 2 plus n by 3 plus n by 4 plus n by 5. What are these n by 4? Because when I have one lily, so I have to increase just double the what I am having the lilies. One I have to increase that, the how many times I have to how many times required to reach the n position, that will be n by 1. When when I am at second lily, so I have two lily already. So when I take the note and increase by 2 2, so how many number of times I have to travel? N by 2. Let's say if it is n is equal to 6, I have two lily. So in first, n by 2 will be 3. So at first will be 2, then 4, then 6. So n by 3. 3 times I have to travel, 1 2 and 3. Okay, add 1, then 2 and 3. So n by 2, when I have 3 lily, so I have add every time I will gonna increase 3 3 3. That will be n by 3. So this will be total complexity will be n log of n. Okay, so that what I have to do. So for every I, just I will to using the fourth value, and I will taking the middle. Let me see the solution, that will be 100% clear for you. So it will be also a very simple problem. Okay, you can, that's a little bit of deep tricky, you can say that, if you don't know what. So I'm just taking the how many lilies I want. Now for the zero, I if I don't have any lily, so money required will be 0. So first of all, I can be achieved by using I plus 1. That will be dp of I minus 1, and throwing the 1 coin. That will be dp of I minus 1 plus 1. Okay. Now, how much I can say? I will just gonna, I have now, I will gonna increase I. Okay. So first of all, I have I. Then it will go to 2I. At 2I, so coin will be required at 2I will be 6. dp of currently how many coin I required to come to I plus 6. Okay, and after that I am just gonna increase by I, and coin will be increased by 2 to 2. So dp of how that will be gonna into account into dp, that will the minimum. Okay, so if that I want to understand here, if I am at 1, hope you understand, this is kind of simple problem. If it is you are at like say 1, let's say you are at 3, so after that I will you will take the note, that will be 3. So after throwing 2 points, it will gonna increase by 3 3 3. So let's say 3 5 3 or 3 6, then 3 or then 9, then it will be at 12. So that way I want to say that it will be, so I will gonna return at dp of l. That's it. Okay, third problem. So this is the third problem. So what we are given is that this is kind of good problem, you can say. Yeah. So Ben work as an engineer in a city with an electric junctions. So these junctions form a network and be visualized as a connected graph with n vertices and n minus 1 edges. The city is facing a power outage, okay, due to which none of the junctions are receiving electricity, and Ben is in charge of handling the situation. Each junction has a fixed electric capacity. So AI is the electric capacity of I. So junction due to resource constraint, Ben can provide electricity to one junction, but other junction can receive the electricity depending on their connection and capacities. If the I function receive the elect, then it will want to terminate to the directly connected I whose capacity is strictly less. Strictly less. Okay. So it is given a graph, sorry, tree. It is not given tree because we have n node and n minus 1 edges. So this is a tree. Okay. So let's say this kind of a tree we are given. Hmm? Now, so let's say I'm just starting from here, anything. Okay, I'm starting from here, and I want to count how many it will gonna take if I'm gonna provide electricity to this point. So how many will another junction will have the electricity. So let's say if these are smaller, let's say these are smaller, so electricity will go down. Here is capacity like 5, here is 3, so it will gonna go down. Here it is, let's say it is having larger value, so all two are smaller, let's say 1 1. So for these I'm also storing how many, if I'm providing the electricity of this point, so how many different point I'm gonna take, uh, how many uh, how many like uh, junction will have the electricity. Okay, so it will gonna say that 1 2 3 4, so 4 electricity. Okay, so you can see that if I'm just trying to give electricity of every point, it will gonna cause me n squared complexity that I kind of can't afford. So if you see that, if I provide electricity to this point, okay, and it will gonna transfer to electricity to this point, it will gonna transfer electricity to this point and this point. Now there is a no point to checking on these points. Okay, because I'm 100% sure that if it is already visited, let's say it is already been electricity provided by other, so if this is the case, then the point which are providing electricity to this one is always having the greater number of junction if we provide electricity to that point. Okay, so it will gonna provide, let's say, up to it up if we provide electricity to this point, so it will gonna provide electricity to 3 point 1 2 and 3. Okay, so if we provide this point, it will gonna provide 4. So it is always it will not a point to provide electricity that is can be provided. So these, so we are not providing to electricity to these point, so I'm not checking on these point. Okay, that I want to say. But that's the point, this is the optimization we have to do. So we are just checking from I is equal to 1 to n, and I am just making it is visited or not visited. Okay, you understand now why we don't need to provide the electricity to these points, because they are just giving the number of junction will be always less than. Okay, because when electricity coming to this point on to this point, so now it will come into same scenario if we provide the electricity to only this point. Okay, because all the child nodes, all the nodes that is connected to this one gonna light up if all these child node having all these node that is connected to this one having the capacity near to this point. So that always not gonna point to if we are just providing the electricity to the already visited node. Okay, so that's it. And let's say it having the 6 value then 4 value, so I'm just add any another I'm just providing to this value. Now let's say in another case I'm providing electricity to this value, checking for this one. So if let's say having this value have the capacity 6, now I'm going to coming to this one, this is its child node connected to this one. So I will say okay, its value is less than, if its value is strictly less than. Okay, so I'm gonna say that this will gonna provide electricity if it is value like this is already visited. Okay, like this is already visited, and it can provide electricity up to 4 point. If I provide electricity to this point, this will gonna provide to 4 point. So it will, I'm gonna not gonna visit all these point again. I'm 100% sure that if I'm like, if I provide electricity to this point, this will gonna provide electricity to this point, and this will gonna provide to electricity 4 point. So I did directly increase my count by 4 plus 4, and I'm gonna search to here points. That I want to say. That's it. So you can see that we are not visiting any node twice. So it will be in O(n) complexity. So we have to do only one optimization, that if we already visited, we don't have to visit them again, because they are always giving us less answer. And if it is visited, so I'm gonna take how many points from this gonna light up. So for that I need a array to store how many point it will gonna, how many junction will get electricity if I provide this one. Same to this. So let's say I'm just put 411. So let's say the total will be 1 2 1 2 3, then plus 4 7 plus 8 1 8. So 8 junctions. Okay, so this is, we have to use a simple dp. So it's simple dfs. So let's see the solution of this problem. Yeah, this is done. Okay, so first of all, I'm thinking like it can be done with BFS, but in BFS we can't store the like who's like, for this I'm can easily store using. Okay, so what is the problem with BFS? I'm first of trying to like choose the BFS, but the problem is in the DFS I will know that this is the parent, this is the child, this is the parent, this is the child. So I will gonna count using DFS like plus 1 if it is smaller than plus 3, then it is his child, then plus 4. Okay, in I will easily know how many like light up from this point I'm using, and can be stored in any of the array, because it will travel back also in DFS, but in BFS we can't do that. That's why I'm using DFS. So what I'm doing is that first of all I'm just creating the arrays. Okay, then let's say it will be good if somewhere I can put this. Oh yeah, that's good. Can I expand this? Okay, so first of all I'm taking n, then resizing p a, that you don't have to worry about. Okay, so this is because they are repeating case, so I have to do this, making all the false and b is equal to 0 and clearing j. So I'm taking the a of I. Now for n minus 1 edges, I'm taking the edges. Now if it is visiting, I'm making continue, if else I'm visiting the I node DFS using the simple DFS. So here we go with DFS. So in DFS what we are doing, first of all we are just making it true, we are visited. Now if it is already visited and value is strictly less, so I'm making a count variable. So how many visited can be visited from this node. Okay, so what I'm taking, if it is like, if it is visited, where is the solution? Yeah, if it is, let's say this is the same case, if it is visited, so I'm taking that it is capacity also less, then I will get how many nodes can be light up from this one, that I want to say. So if it is visited and value also less, capacity also less, so I will gonna increase it. So I will say these all these nodes can be also will provide, can also get the electricity, and I'm going to only those child who has value less than the parent child, and if it's so, I'm making the DFS and increasing the count. That's it. That is the simple DFS. So this is my DFS function. This is my DFS. That's what I'm going to do. Only this one. Okay, I'm taking the A, the values, the capacity is B, but I'm taking the B. Yeah, B is that how many node can be visited from the current one. G is the graph, and the width is visited, if it is visited or not. That I want to say. Yeah, that's it. A simple DFS. That's nothing we have to do else. Okay, we have to just apply a simple optimization, that if any visit node already visited, so we don't need to visit them again. That's it. This is the fourth problem. I don't able to solve it completely. It will give me TLEs, but I will gonna give you my solution then. Okay. So what we are just given? We are given a type of permutation cycle is a cycle C. So what we need to do is that we are given permutation. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's say these are the indices. Like, okay, these are the indices of an array, and permutation is given something 2, 1, 3, 5, 6, 4. So what I'm saying is that if I'm making like taking that one having connected to 2, then for 2 it is 1. So I'm always saying that if I'm making the graph taking these are edges, so it will always be a cycle. Okay, maybe a 1 point cycle, of a 1 node cycle, 2 node cycle, or 3 node, but it always be cycle. This will not gonna end up like this, like something like this or something like this. Why this so? Because every node is connected to someone else. You can see that. And this will not be case, because 3 is connected to only 1 point, like only 3 or 4 only connected to 1. 3 index is only connected to 1. So you can see that at every, so what I'm saying that these will be containing 1 to 3, 1 to 6, all number, and this is also a permutation. So this is all, this is also containing all the letter, all the integer from 1 to 6. So each number come two times. So let's 3 is coming to here, and 3 coming to here, like 4 coming here. So you can see all number will become twice. That means 4 is connected to 3, and 4 is connected to 5. So each integer is connected to 2 points, exactly 2 points. So let's say how, what are the structure of graph can be possible, let's say. So first of all, let's say I'm just taking all the possibilities. So first of all, in these cases, so we have to take the possibilities, and we have to uh, come to the solution that which can be possible or which are not possible. Okay, so I am come up with that all the node will be connected to two different nodes, or two same node, or what can be. Okay, so let's say the graph can be like this, graph can be like this, or graph can be like this. So these can be the possibility, like there may be cycle, or maybe there may be a simple graph tree, maybe only cycle, or maybe tree or cycle. So these kind three possibilities will be there. So we have to need to eliminate which can't be possible. So you can see that here one connected to three three nodes, and these are not connected to anyone, connected to only one node, but we are having the constraint that every point is connected to two nodes. So this can't be possible. Same case here, this is connected to 1, and this connected to 3. So this can't be possible, because every node is connected to 2. So which is only possible? So this one is only possible. Okay, so I'm gonna say that all will be, all nodes will be something like that. Like if I'm making the edges all, or like cycles, so this will gonna be happen. maybe of cycles 5, maybe 6, but all will be cycle. Maybe this will be 5, maybe 2, or maybe 1, like 1 is connected to 1, some kind of thing. Okay, that's it. Now from here we want to find the cycle of n. So let's say I have n is equal to 7. So what I need to find? I need to find the cycles, the permutation cycle. Permutation cycle will be is a kind of cycle like this. How many cycle? Like one connected to two connected to this one, this one, this one, and then this. So let's say the cycle I have of one. Okay, after get in, so in the DSU I can easily find how many cycle are there, or how many the size of the cycle. That can be done in DSU. If you don't know DSU, so please go and read the DSU. It will be very useful algorithm. Okay, so we can, so after applying DSU, what I am getting is number of cycles and the size of the cycle. Okay, so let's say, and I'm taking the example. So I have cycle of size 3, size 5, and let's say, oh, these two cycle I have, and I need to form the cycle from 1 to 8, that I need to form. So if you gonna see that, let's say 1 connected to 2, and 2 connected to 3, 3 connected to 1. So this is cycle 3, and I have 4 connected to 5, 5 connected to 6, 6 connected to 7, 7 connected to 8, and 8 connected to 5. So this is of size cycle 5. And in terms of array, I will gonna present it. So this is the indices 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is the indices, and the value they have is 2, 3, 1, and 5, 6, 7, 8, 4. These are the, so this will gonna make one cycle, that is this cycle, and this will gonna make this cycle. Now, so the maximum cycle is 5. So what I'm saying is that, so what we need to do is, we need to find out how many different swap can we do, so that we can get the cycle of each one, of each cycle, so like of each size. So I'm saying that if the largest cycle is, let's say, 5. Okay, so if the large cycle is of size 5, so I can make any cycle that is strictly less than of size 5 in only one swap. So for first of all, let's say already three sizes available is 0, 5 size is available 0. So we don't need to any changes, because 3 and 5 sizes cycle are already available. So how can we make size of 1? So here, if I'm gonna connect to this one, and this will gonna connect to this, so I will swap 4 and 8. So if I'm gonna swap 4 and 8, 4 and 8 values, so it will be 4 and 5. So you can see that, so 4 will be connected to those. I'm just connecting, swapping the value of 4 and 8 indices. So 4 gonna be connected to which, that one 8 is connected. So the new connections will be like 4 will be connected to that point, that 8 will be connected. So 8 connected to 4, so 4 gonna connect to itself, and 8 will gonna connect to that point that 4 is connected, because I'm gonna connect to swap 4 and 8. So it is 5. So it will gonna make size 4, and it will gonna make size 1. So in one swap, so here value will become, I will gonna swap these two, that 4 and 8, then it will become 4, and it will become 5. So 8 gonna connect to 5. That what I do. Similarly, so I can make size of any size, anything that is smaller than the maximum in one swap. So if I gonna make size 2, so what I'm gonna do is, I will gonna swap, let's say anyone, let's say 1 2, I'm gonna swap 4 and 8 7. So 4 will gonna connect to 5, because 4 is connected to 5, and it will gonna connect to this one. So in one swap, similarly to, if same thing, if I'm making to 4 size, so it will gonna connect it, let's say it will 4 7 will gonna connect to this one, and this will connect to itself. So you can see that I will can connect, I will gonna like make any cycle if the large cycle is some size. Okay, so how gonna we make these cycles? So here comes DP rule. So you can say that I need to find 6. So 6 will be 4 and 2 in 2 swap. 7 will be 5 and 2. That is 1 swap. Something like that. Okay. So we can do like this. But so it is not 5 or 2, because this cycle is generated from 5 only. So we can't do that. Okay. So 5 or can't. But yeah, 3 and 2 5 is gonna do, or 3, or I need 7 3 or 4, that will be in one count. And for 6 5 and 2, whatever we can't do. Okay, so let's say now we need to form a cycle of size 1. So what are the different ways? Okay, so let me erase this cycle. Okay, so in how many ways we can combine a cycle? So I will say I will gonna swap the value of these 2 points. Let's say, or these 2 points, if you're gonna swap the side of these 2 points, 3 and 8. So cycle will be how cycle look like. So 8 will be gonna connect to 3 is connected, that is this one, and 3 gonna connect to 4. So you can see that we are making a cycle, so two cycles will be merged, two cycles are merged. Okay, so two cycles are merged. So in how many operation? One operation. So if it is 0 0, then in one operation I will make a size of 8. In else, what can I do for the 6 and 7? For 6, like I have to make a cycle 6. So in one step, I will, from here I will gonna make cycle of size 1. So it will be looks like this. And in second step, I will gonna make, I will include this cycle into this one. So that is 2 step will be required. So same thing we can do DP something. Okay, so we can say that I have the values, like I have cycle values 5, I have 4, I have 3, then 2, I have 1 1. So these are the cycles. Okay, I need to form any cycle that is like 1 to 8. In how many? Minimum ways. So we need, what we can do, we can connect them, we can even break them and then connect them. So you can say that in breaking or connecting, so we can use a cycle only single time. So this is kind of a very classic problem. Okay, it's classic DP problem, that is DP of I need to, in how many ways, like a kind of a coin change problem without repetition of the coins. That what I need to do. I think that's it. Or what can I do is, in one way, if I have DP of 5, so in one way I will make cycle all from 1 to 5, all to 4, 1 to 4, because 5 will be 0. Okay. I already told you. So this can be done in one way. So I will gonna take in how many ways we can form all the cycles, and these are the values we already given, and only one single term will be using at once. So that if I'm showing you solution, this is not the, yeah, yeah, this is the solution. First of all, this is the simple DSU. This is kind of, you can say it is, Mm, yeah, this is kind of correct. Okay. Mm, okay, here we go. So what I'm doing is that first of all I'm just making the DSU. So this is a standard algorithm. Okay, so I don't. So you can study about this at any maybe there are hundred of tons of site available the DSU. This is a standard algorithm. So I'm just making the DSU here, and for making DSU I'm just taking union set of AI and making the edges between them. So at the end what we are just taking, I'm just taking how what is the sizes of all the sizes. I want to take out the sizes from the DSU. If I'm gonna okay, from here I'm making the DSU union set, that is the in here, that is union set. So it will be if you know the DSU, that it will be very standard kind of thing, or it will be very easy. So if you don't know DSU, please study about DSU, then come here. Okay. So I'm just making that union set. That means they have a uh, edge between them. After that, what I'm taking is I'm taking a DP. Okay, and for all the parents, yeah, I'm taking that parent is visited or not, so that size will be not be considered twice. So parent will be the parents. So what we'll do is in the DSU, it will gonna make the cycles. Okay, all make the connected graph. But here I'm already told you only cycle will be uh, will be hold. Okay, as a graph structure. So all these will be have a parent that will be represented a parent. Okay, so that's what I want to do, so that no parents will be connected twice. So for each I'm making what is your parent, and I will see your parent is visited or not. If it is not, I will make, like, I will take the size, what is the size of this your cycle, and I will push into my vector. So but at the end of this one, I'm getting the sizes of all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, something like that. And now I'm going to apply the simple DP. So this is the gonna make the DP. So DP of I will be in how many ways, if it is visited or not, by taking, so in how many ways I can be formed, or size of I can be formed, cycle of I can be formed. So 0 can be formed in 0 ways. So I'm taking n of I, like v having all the size of the cycles. So I'm for the visiting only once, so we have to type of using dp something like that. Okay, so I'm making that if dp of j is not maximum, that it is already visited. So I'm just, so how many ways this can be? So dp of j plus v of I will be minimum of this if it is already set, or in how many ways we can form j plus 1. So we are just gonna connect these two cycles. Okay, and I'm already told you I can form all the cycle that is smaller than vj in one swap. So by breaking those, okay, so these cycle can be formed in one swap that is smaller than vj, that is the size of the current one. And if it is vj, then it will be of, how can we form it? It is already present, so its value is 0. Okay, if it is already present, so its value is 0. So we don't need to make any swap or something, or we don't need to form of this size cycle. And I'm just outputting the value of all the cycles from 1 to n. So it will be giving me TLE. I thought it will not be gonna give, but if 10 is equal to 1 keep 10 to the power 5, and all having size of cycle 1 1 1, so it will be gonna n square type. Okay, 1 1 1, and this will gonna give me n square. It will gonna give me TLE. So this is kind of, we are using two standard algorithm. That is, one is this the DP coin change problem, or you can say there are many coin change collecting coin without like repetition thing. This is that problem. And this one is a standard DSU. This is DSU part is very simple. So many of you maybe already known about that. Okay, so that's it. Okay, thank you.